here. 1v1 Port Saunderus on the left side. We've got Space Marine players. Edge, he's gone for Gabriel Angelos, Kill Team Ironmaw, and some Terminators, some strong early and mid-game elites. Then over on the right side, an Orc player, it's Swift, bringing along some Stormboyz, Warboss Gorgutz, and Beauty the Morkanaut coming through. We've got triple boys out, or on the way at least. And Edge, what have you up to? He's got Tactical Marines in his drop pod already. Some Tactical Marines coming out of his HQ as well. We can't see his doctrines for some reason, because of bugs and that. But we can see, oh, we see Space Marine doctrines for Swift. Now, are these Edge's doctrines? Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, they're not, because I just spotted this on the minimap. Look how fast those Tactical Marines were moving. That is a doctrine. Swift movement, I believe it's called, which speeds up your Tactical Marines out of combat. But that was outrageous. That was so fast. That was faster than Fleet of Foot Eldar. I want to see them move again. So this is obviously not what he has. At least one of them isn't. It is quite easy. I think it's quite easy to tell if they have improved listening posts, because the sounds of the shots are much deeper. Looks like you have a power bash attempt here for these triple boys. We do see the double power points in the north of the map for both players, so they are prime targets for those early rushes with early tier 2 rushes as well, with the death copters and the land speeders. Look at these guys go. This is over the top, surely. That is outrageous speed. Look at this map presence now. Is he going for the shield gen? He might wait and drop Kill Team Ironmaw on these guys with their rocket launcher, and he can go for an early gen bash with that. We have a boys hut. Not going to get knobs up anytime soon, but could get some shooters, give them some scrap, and they have their pretty dangerous stick bombs, which are kind of useful. Our elite points now going to some Gretchens. We'll see if he gets that generator up, because if he can get Gorgutz up before Gabriel, that could be a big deal. They're both probably going to get the Stormboyz and Kill Team Ironmaw at the same time. Here come a bunch of Orks going after these Tactical Marines. Oh, they've slowed down now. I think it's because they were shooting this and they're still tagged as being in combat. Did they cap that? No, they didn't decap this. They should have done that, I think. Oh, boys throwing themselves up with, I think it's just called Shout or something, is it? Yeah. Just bust their speed, melee attacks. And, oh, their melee attacks slow enemies as well. That's pretty good. And their charge does what? Charges grant those temporary... Oh, okay. It's bad news for these Tactical Marines. He's going to drop his second pod. Those guys avoiding it pretty nicely. Pods do damage. And, oh, he's found some scouts. Just leave them. Scouts don't do any DPS. Come and fight some Tactical Marines. There's the banner. Should give these guys some shields. Those guys who drop already have shields, of course. I think he chased those scouts a bit too long. There's some miss micro there. Needed to put 2 of the boys on one of the Tactical Marines a bit quicker there, I think. He is obviously waiting for Kill Team Ironmaw. How many seconds are there? Not very long at all. 3 seconds to go, but of course when these guys are ready, the Stormboyz will also be ready. So this is going to heat up. Kill Team Ironmaw coming in right there. They can throw their Vortex Grenade immediately. There are the Stormboyz. They're not throwing their Vortex Grenade. They're not getting their Flamer either. They should instantly be getting their Flamer, you would think. They did not get it. Maybe he's waiting for this fight to be over. Thinks he's going to win so he can get the missile launcher and bash that shield gen. But these Tactical Marines are being chased down. You guys have your stun grenade yet? Nearly. Blind grenade it's called. I keep forgetting that. There's the Vortex Grenade. Finally. Really nice ability. A heavy slow and that percentage of damage on hit. So there's listening post coming up here, and he is waiting around it, which suggests he does have tip of the spear. But he also certainly has that super fast Tactical Marine doctrine as well. Apparently it's bugged right now, tip of the spear, in that it costs you a bit more to reinforce off it, 5 more power. Not sure if that's intended and just not documented, or if it's a bug. Wire banner up over here. Shooter boys, where are they? You should have picked up some scrap, fellas, because the stick bomb's awesome. Especially against Tactical Marines and Kill Team Ironmaw. Sets up your charges for your boys and does a fair bit of damage, I seem to recall. There's that blind grenade being annoying. Does he have... Oh, he does. He does have the elite point generator up, so he's going to get his Gorgutz before Gabriel Angelos hits the field. Does this tell me something? Yeah, reinforced point, there you go. Tip of the spear, there it is. Don't think he has the improved listening post though. You'd think it would tell you there also if he did, but you never know. Oh, and the symbol matches, you see. Ah. Bashing gens, the shield gen, but he's not getting his missile launcher for his kill team. Why does he not have any of their upgrades? Maybe he's waiting for this to cool down, so when he gets one, he knows he can instantly change it if he needs to, but he should have just got one of them, surely. There's that War. Here are some Orks. Is this a doctrine? No, it's the same War. That's a doctrine there. What is it? Tons of bombs. Ah. When they get scrapped, they will periodically throw stick bombs for free. That is a very strong doctrine. Which makes it even stranger that he's not looting with them. At least I believe that's how that works. There's that suicide bomb. Oh, wipes out the scouts. Scouts really don't like that ability, I've found. Just one-shots them. He doesn't want to fight around the listening post. What was that? Oh, you're building your generators. He only has one generator over here, the Ork. I guess he's coming to help keep this thing defended for now. Doesn't want to lose that elite generator. That's his advantage at the moment. Oh, Assault Marine's on the field. And his drop pod is going to be available soon. He can put pretty much any tier 1 infantry in it with his resources. What about Swift's resources? He's got a lot too. Needs to build this second power generator up there, or he's going to fall behind in tech. But this could be a big engagement. Misses the suicide bomb. Skillful dodge maybe from the Assault Marines who got the jump off. Now they're chasing down these Orks who don't look like they want to fight this. Double tax, kill team Ironmaw and Assault Marines. You can see why they don't want to fight it. Have you put anything in the drop pod? You do. You've put more Assault Marines in there. We saw a little stun there from the Warboss upgraded boys. What's a boys? There it is. Stuns on melee charge. That's pretty damn useful. He's going to take this, but is he going to actually build a generator on it? Maybe he should spread out these war banners a bit, but it is risky. They do cost 75 power to build. We do have a Daka hut up. Maybe he should have gone for the pylon guns first to start upgrading his boys. Everything reinforcing over there now. Is he going to engage? He must know that he has a little base up there. Because I don't think he's been up there yet. And he saw the boys attack that top power point. What is the Assault Marines up to? Gonna come and bash down here? Wreck of drop pods. Looks like he's getting ready to push. Scrap dropping. The shooter boys still not picking it up though. He's gonna bash the power again, is he? Oh, he's going for the shield generator. He's found a poor servitor who's going to go down if he's not careful. Yep, down he goes. So the Assault Marines have bashed and are now capping that point. There's the super fast forward tactical Marines. Look at them go. This is crazy. This makes tactical Marines into a whole other unit almost. Look how fast they are. The Assault Marines got in a bit of trouble there. Jumped away. There's the banner though. Although he's not there to take advantage of the shield it would give. Orks have actually capped it. Oh, there's a tactical marine flamer. This thing is painful. But you do need to target it yourself. And it does continue if they get tied up, as you can see, because it's an ability, not technically a weapon firing, which is interesting. Kill team Ironmaw are going to go down. Stormboyz on them, and down they go. Nicely done by Swift. Needs to get his Stormboyz out of there, though, and he does. So triple tax. And is it double Assault Marines that he has? It is. And scouts. He has some scouts. Replace the ones that spontaneously exploded. Fireworks. I'm not sure why orcs have fireworks going off. I don't think I've ever heard that mentioned before in the fluff. When orcs get excited, they have a fireworks display. Oh, look at these guys bashing the gen. If they get their power swords, they can bash gens like crazy, Assault Marines. Was a relatively early arsenal up, I think, for Edge. Gets really expensive to get these things, though. Especially the infantry upgrade, which costs power. Those changes are reflected in the tooltip, by the way. So if you see different DPS readouts at different times, that's probably because they have upgrades at the main base. Going to see a big fight over the elite point, maybe. He's actually building the what is that? No, rec point on it, not the elite. So how far away is he from Gorgutz? Oh, Gorgutz is ready to go. He's there. He's right here. What is this? Oh, are those were thrown? Oh, are those the free ones? That's crazy. They throw them pretty regularly. I think the first one is activated and the second one. Is that an on fire condition? That was cool. These Assault Marines are getting chopped up pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yes, they are. And there's Gorgutz with his... Well, I always forget the name of this thing. Grappling Claw. How do I forget that name? And there's his Spinning Claw. Wrecking Claw. Damn it. Don't know the name of anything. There's Gabriel Angelos, though. He wasn't too far behind, was he? This thing absorbs shots and does damage over time. Pretty damn useful. You can also activate it again to do a big AoE thing that is very painful. And there's the famous jumping God Splitter. Can he finish off those boys there? Maybe. He got the... Ouch. Yeah, he got a critical hit and went sliding across in a trail of blood. That was pretty cool. Do we have tier 2 for Edge? We must. Yes. Oh, he's getting a Death Storm drop pod thing. Those things are cool. Kill Team Ironmaw already again. Are Stormboyz still in play? Nope, they're on cooldown. He's got a truck.
Stormboyz reporting for duty, sir.
That's going to be pretty dangerous because he can jump with Stormboyz and use his grappling claw and do a truck jump as well, which is another stun. So he can shut down ranged squads for a pretty long time if he chains those together pretty well. What's this? Assault Marines and Tax. Tactical Marines sprinting around like nutters. That's mad. The shield generator's been destroyed. Yeah, it really did. Kill Team Ironmaw. On the case. I guess they have their missile launcher now? Why can't I see it? Why am I so blind? No, they have a flamer, I think. Okay then. Pretty sure I saw the flamer there. Anyone in the truck? Yep, we got some boys inside there. But there's a listening post, so I don't think he should fight this. He's already bashed the gens, or he's in the process of bashing the gens. Don't take this fight. This is a bad fight for you, I think. Jumped on the massive blob of tactical marines. Now we see the listening post coming into play. With the tip of the spear on it, of course. There's retribution into a God Splitter. Gorgutz now getting involved. Lots of damage on his poor boys. Ouch, that was painful. Who's this? He's got an Ob Squad. Right in there. And they have their chopper toss ready. Look how long this move lasts for. That is crazy. Oh, he had some scrap, did Gorgutz. That's why those fireworks went off when that thing went the full duration. It might have been worth activating it again for the big slam down, though. Is he going to be able to get out of here, Gorgutz? Don't think he is. Gabriel there disrupting him, and lots of Daka from the Space Marines. Space Marines have some Daka too. There's the Vortex Grenade. Nob Squad might need to run away here. Gorgutz is going to go down. Badly judged engagement from Swift, I think. He should not have fought him here. Maybe he didn't know there was a listening post. Maybe didn't know quite how much stuff was here, but I think as soon as he saw it, saw the extent of it, he should have backed away. He did get a nice truck jump, but Angelos was there to wreck some orcs. Oh, that's the knobs exploding when that bar fills up with their furious anger. Stormboyz reinforcing. He is doing a good job keeping his power bashed, which limits what the Space Marines can do. He has got a lot of power though. Got a lot of power. Could get some land speeders up if he had a machine cult, but I don't think he does. No, not yet in a way. He's trying to push in here. His edge. Kill Team Ironmaw coming in. No, this is the Death Shroud, I think. Death Shroud? Death Storm. There it is. Does massive amounts of damage. I love this thing. I wonder if it automatically targets infantry with normal armor over everything else. Would be nice. You want to get it as central as you can, of course, otherwise all of the guns can't fire. Double Death Storms he brought in. Look how quickly it went down though. Seemed to go down very, very fast. Not sure what is up with that, because if you look at this, it says it has 1,000 hit points of heavy armor. Seems to go down a lot faster than that. Oh, blob of Tactical Marines and Kill Team Ironmaw in the shield there. We do see the flamer up for those guys. Getting some more attacks and some more Assault Marines. His edge. This is a good push here. Angelos is so hard to deal with for Swift right now. Needed to get some looters up maybe with the scrap upgrade to slow stuff down. Or not lose Gorgutz. So he would have helped slow him down a bit with his claw taunt thing. Knobs exploding again. Is he actually buying stuff here? Swift? No. Doesn't have much resources, that's why. He's only got 3 elite points as well, so he's nowhere near getting beauty up. Does still have his truck. Allows him to reinforce off it, which is a big deal. Maybe that's why he engaged in the middle, because he knew he had his truck there. Thought he could reinforce off it and keep going. He's got double knob squad. They must cost a fair amount to reinforce though. Yeah, that is really expensive. Depends what phase you're in. No, it doesn't. You automatically get refunded on kill, I think, in each phase. In the first escalation phase, you get 25% of the resources back. So you can be a bit more brazen with the units. Boy, he's just strolling alongside there, left alone by all this stuff, is reinforcing off the listening point. Listening post, even. Do we see the increased cost? Oh, too late. Small fire happening indeed. Tactical Marines, look, they're not wanting to mess with those shooter boys. With those stick bombs. Missed that time. Got constant pressure on that power. And that's keeping him in this game, I think. He did not get a machine cult up. He does have Marines with their plasma guns, which are still normal damage, but they get big buffs to their attack speed as it overcharges. Oh, those guys, how did they go down? Why would you leave them there? Moved them back in. Guess he took his eyes off them for a second. Down goes the power. Here comes the blob of Marines. The speed Marines to defend. There is Gorgutz back in play. Where are the Stormboyz at? They're ready. And here they are. And he has double knobs. Do they have a... Oh, they have a doctrine. Look at that. If I slow it down, I might be able to see what it is. They have come on. Gain a shield when they taunt. There we go. That's one of his doctrines. I think they permanently have this thing. If they get... scrap. I don't think they need to keep picking it up. This is going to be a big fight. Does he have his standard ready? He does. Also has an empty drop pod. 2 empty drop pods. Heresy. There's his standard. Is he going to use it to push? He must, surely. He does. Need to get your knobs in there. Where the hell are they? Are they in there? Back here. They were inside the truck, I think. Pretty slow to join the fight. Massive amounts of damage going on Gorgutz. Tried to use his claw there and failed, it looked like. Oh, strange. Knobs using their taunt. That is a pretty good animation. And Tatooine's backing off, are they? You should push against that. Push against it. You've got double knobs and all he's got is range stuff. He should have pushed there, I think, Swift. He should have chased him off. Tried to stop him getting back to his listening post, I think. You guys are not built. I think it's worth Edge trying to bash this power here. Oh. Assault Marines with power swords now. 82 DPS true. That's crazy. Gorgutz only has a normal armor, right? Yeah. Stormboyz went down again. That was a stick bomb attempt. He hasn't hit too many of them. Been well dodged so far. There's the truck eject, and we're going to see a big fight kicking off. Does not have his standard. He does have a Death Storm on the way. So your taunt going off. Terminators, though, hitting the field with their assault cannons, and they have a Cyclone missile launcher. And this thing is insane. There's so much armor-piercing damage. You can bash the objective structures pretty well with that thing. Have you already used your Wrecking Claw? Spinning Claw, even. Oh, Spinning Claw, and it turns into the Wrecking Claw. There we go. Now it's the Wrecking Claw. Gabriel Angelos goes down. Nob Squad doing a pretty good job. There's the taunt. Can't get away, Terminators. Do they not have their teleport? They do. Why are they not teleporting away? Big mistake here. Big misplay from Edge. He lost his entire army in that fight. There's the teleport. Chase him. Chase him. Claw misses. Oh, you gotta chase him. Did not chase him. I don't think he realizes how much of Edge's stuff he destroyed there. He's got a massive advantage now. He needs to go against this right now. He'd get a big chunk of resources for it. Here comes a Dreadnought to try and counter those knobs. They're really hurting right now with their heavy armor. Now he is bashing, okay. Gorgutz gonna get some heals going. Some boys running past. You see him trying to recover Edge with double tactical marines as well. Likes his tax. Oh, maybe I can see the name of that doctrine that they've got that's making them go so fast. Tireless, there it is. I thought it was swift movement for some reason. He's only got one Terminator, did not reinforce off the point. Ouch, there's that stick bomb doing its thing. Look how much damage it did. Those guys are now overheated, so they can't shoot. And boys are on the Terminators. Now, do these guys have heavy armor? They must, yes they do. Armor piercing melee as well, so I guess they do have those power fists. And some decent range damage from good range as well. Gotta keep pushing against this. Oh, did he spot a Dreadnought? Is that why he stopped going against it? You need some tank busters now, fellow. Oh, he has some. That's good against the Terminators, of course, as well, because they are heavy armor too. Looking pretty scary, this Orc player. He's recovered well from that big fight that was here. I don't think Edge pressed his advantage at all, did he? He should have gone for the second shield gen, or at least for this power bash up here. Could have gone straight through from that big fight he had. Bash some more stuff, although he was kind of low, wasn't he? I think he should have gone for the shield gen, though, definitely. He's 13 seconds away from getting his Kill Team Ironmaw back up. 6 elite points. Are we going to see beauty in this game? You never know. Only needs 3 more points. How far is he from this? Only 5 seconds away from 7. He needs 2 more after that. We'll see how fast it is. So he's got 120 seconds. He does have an elite point generator here now. edge. But he only needs it for the orbital bombardment now. What is this? Oh, land speeder. Oh, it has the multi-melter too. It's got a very strange sound effect in this game. That's not too bad. I think it sounded different in the beta. Unless I'm just misremembered. That is a lot of orcs. That's a hell of a lot of orcs. Getting into the trucks, a lot of stuff to manage here. Which is why you see these lulls in the action. Been very focused on the top ever since early game, and it is going for the shield generator as he should, and it's going to go down there surely. Not seen the Dreadnought in action yet. Now that I've discovered that you can spot the doctrines on top of the units that they're affecting, that's much more useful. Kill Team Ironmaw do not have a weapon upgrade and are not using their vortex grenade. Angelos can come in. There he comes. Death Storm drop pod is also available. Dreadnought slicing through knobs. That's a bad fight for those guys. Oh, that's Stormboyz they was fighting. The knobs were on the shield gen. It lives. There's Gorgutz doing his thing. Really doesn't want to use the Wrecking Claw, does he? The Wrecking Claw is very good when it comes down. I think he should have used it there. Is that a knob squad going after the Dreadnought? It's not a good fight for you. Where are the tank busters? Are they dead? I think they're dead. There's that vortex grenade. Meanwhile, we have a land speeder shooting up some orcs. Can't believe his shield generator didn't go down there. The Dreadnought's almost down. And Gorgutz is certainly down. Can he get after this Dreadnought here? Knob squad trying to get out of there as another one comes in. And they're going for it. They only have normal damage. But throwing enough of that and vehicles will go down. Oh, Stormboyz coming in. Going after the Kill Team Ironmaw. Assault Marines are right there. Oh, they did get the Dreadnought. And we're back. Apologies for that. Had a little crash. There was an update yesterday, you see, to Dawn of War 3 as I record this. And that causes all the previous replays to no longer work. Which means I have to hex edit them to get them to work again, which can lead to stability problems. So, not really the game's fault, although a replay system which locks you out of all previous replays of other versions, even if there aren't any balance changes, is kind of annoying. But it does lead to stability problems if you try to hex edit. But we'll pick it back up here. The Dreadnought went down, I'm sad. And these knobs are in trouble, I think. They are torn in there, which has a rather long animation. That's a lot of Marines. Are they going to get away? Looks like they're shrugging off. They really are shrugging off that normal damage, aren't they? Wow. He did not touch the power at all, which has allowed double knobs to get onto the field and do really well. Really good place for your little orky base, I guess. So it makes it harder to hit the power. Does have that elite point. He's got a big army, and the Orks do not. He has tons of requisition. Look at that float. Over 2,600. I do hear the land speeder doing its thing. Yeah, he's going to bash the other generator. I can't believe he didn't bash any of them. Look how low this thing is. Go after it right now. He, of course, can't see what we can see. Yeah, there's the second one going down. That's going to give a big chunk of resources to Edge. And his speedy Marines are in full force. He's got Assault Marine support. He's even got a Servitor in there for some reason to tie things up, maybe. That is a Death Storm. Yes, it is. He's going to push alongside it. And this could be GG if it goes badly for Swift here. He doesn't have much to defend with, does he? No. Oh, Beauty the Morkanaut is ready. And she's not going to hit the field, unfortunately. Conceding there is Swift. Ah, I should have brought her out. That's even too much for her to deal with, I guess. It was a good back and forth. A little bit static. Some of the players sometimes should have gone for the shield gen a lot earlier, I think. swift and a bit more aggressively. But these Marines are crazy. These speedy Marines are nuts. There it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.